Ready?
I think the web shooters are a little tight.
Get used to it. Just try to keep up.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Too Shiny here, and welcome back to a topic that we already discussed in a previous video. We discussed Miles Morales a couple months back, and we talked about what I thought about, and what I thought about Miles Morales and my opinions concerning whether or not the game was going to be good. But here now we have the actual game. I got the game yesterday. I think I'm at least I guess I'm right in the middle of the story right now. Right now, I'm also trying to complete the turf for Spiderman Ps4. So that's another thing. But so far, Miles Morales it's really, really good. It's impressing me in a lot of ways. I hope that the game has a good ending. There are a lot of people that have already beaten the game. I'm already aware of that. Some YouTubers beat it before the game even was released to the public, so I don't understand how that works. But yeah, man, the game, I think Miles Morales it was going to happen eventually. I knew they were going to eventually drop this game. Honestly, I was wondering whether or not this game was going to be a full experience, so honestly, don't spoil it for me, guys. I'm still trying to complete it myself. I hope it's actually a full-length game, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking maybe this is like a DLC, because if you look on PSN, it's $49.99. So hopefully the game is actually a full experience in that regard. But let's get into how I felt about the gameplay. Now, the first game, like, unequivocally, is the best game. Period. I think the first game is the standard for what this game is. Without the original game, we wouldn't have a Miles Morales. You know what I mean? I think Miles Morales is a good, like, starter for a sequel. I think he has potential for having his own game and having his own full story in his own, like, universe or something like that. But again, without the original, this game would be nothing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of this game that still looks almost like the original. Like, there's a lot of animations that are still the same. But overall, I think they added a lot to the game that made it even better. Not necessarily better than the first game, but it made it more interactive. That's how I should put it. But first off, let me talk about this Lecrae. Why is Lecrae in this game, yo? Me being a longtime fan of Lecrae and a believer myself, I don't understand why his music is in this game. It defeats the purpose of why he was supposed to be making his music. Music is not supposed to be for this, but I guess I just need to understand that he's mainstream now. So I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna play the clip real fast. See, this is why you should never go mainstream as a Christian artist. Never go mainstream, period. But anyway, yeah, guys, this video is not about Lecrae. It's about Miles Morales. I think Miles Morales is so far, now that I'm in the middle of the game, it's doing pretty well. Honestly, I haven't talked about the swinging yet, so we're gonna talk about that. I think the swinging is amazing. The system that they have implemented into the swinging is a lot more fluid now. He swings a lot more clean, like, his transitions, everything is a lot more smooth. Like sometimes like when you try to jump off a building, when you try to like get ready to swing, he like jumps backwards. It's the coolest thing ever to do that. It just feels so smooth and clean, and everything feels right when it comes to the swinging this time around. It also correlates with your positioning and if you're doing tricks in midair, because you can do tricks just like you could do in the first one, but in here it's way cooler. I mean, he'd be just doing all kinds of stuff in midair. But yeah, guys, I think that's the number one thing that I can tell you is better straight off the hip. But then we also have the combat, the actual fighting that has been changed as well a little bit. I'm glad that now we can use electrical powers to help us fight in battle, because now we can do all kinds of stuff in midair. You can do a little electrical punch. You can do so many combos with this system, man. It's really awesome to see they implement that into the system. And also, of course, you have everything that you had at the end of Spider-Man 1. The Spider-Man 1 not Spider-Man 1, but the first Spider-Man PS4. You get everything that you had at the end of it. So all the upgrades that you get at the end of Spider-Man PS4 come straight over to Miles Morales. So that's one thing that I was surprised that they were going to do. Because I was thinking that they was going to make us have to learn all that stuff back over again in Miles Morales, and then add some new stuff. But I guess maybe I was just being naive, because I guess the developers are like, man, that's redundant. You don't want to keep learning the same stuff that Peter already learned. Even though it makes sense with just how the fact that Miles Morales is a new learned Spider-Man, and he has to be trained. So if he was to have to learn the same stuff that he learned, then that would actually make more sense. But I guess it's just because they don't want to be redundant. The only setback is your web numbers. You have to upgrade those back up to whatever the max is, like in the original game with your web shooters. So you have to level that back up to whatever the max is. But other than that, you have, like I said before, the electrical powers. You still have the web slinging. The thing is that's different about Miles Morales is when you go into the menu, the quick menu, there's only like 4 slots. So that's telling me that there's not going to be as many gadgets this time around. I think if anything, they're going to focus on abilities rather than gadgets. In the first game, it was really all about the gadgets. You really couldn't do that much nuance with the combat. It was really just about using gadgets, throwing stuff at people. The combat was very basic. There was no other real nuance or anything like that. Because when I was playing Miles Morales, I learned that there's an ability where you can kick them and then sling them back at you. I was like, man, that's sick. Like, you can finish the combo and then press triangle or hold triangle, and it'll launch the guy back at you for another kick. But even with all this new stuff, I still believe that Spider-Man PS4, hands down, is the greater pick. I think everybody, for the most part, thinks that Peter Parker is the better Spider-Man, period. Like, I think Miles Morales still has a lot of time to learn on what to do and learn how to be the Spider-Man. But honestly, let's just be real. The first game still is the GOAT and the example right now. And we'll see how what they do with Miles Morales. I'm not sure if they're going to keep him as the main character or just switch back to Peter Parker. I don't know. I hope they switch back to Peter Parker. But honestly, I'm not at the end of the game, so I don't even know what's going to happen. So I had to figure out what's going on. But like I said, you can't go wrong with the OG. I mean, it takes me way back.
I got nothing on the OG.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't even remotely put Miles Morales on that level of greatness quite yet. We've had Peter Parker for too long, gone through too many adventures with him to even remotely replace him yet. It's the same kind of concept that people try to use to match up LeBron James and Michael Jordan, knowing full blown well that he's not on that level yet. Yeah, like I said before, I think Miles Morales is learning how to be the Spider-Man, but he got to learn how to be a man first. Miles is still a teenager right now, so he's got a lot to learn on how to make sacrifices for the good of the people. And you know, we know that Peter Parker has been through some stuff. I mean, for real, in the comics and in the movies, he's gone through some stuff, and he's lost a lot. He lost Uncle Ben and all those kinds of things. So he lost his friend Harry in the sense that he went crazy on him, and he's gone through a lot. And I think Miles Morales, I think he needs to learn a lot about how to cope with that issue. Now there's the boss in this game. I've seen who the boss is, who's behind the mask, but I haven't seen like what that has to do with anything. So I know they're trying to make a scenario like a Peter Parker and Harry Osborn kind of scenario, where the friends are arch nemesis, or if that's a word, arch nemesis is. So I hope that they really do something awesome with that scenario. But thank you guys for watching the video. Like again, I really don't know what's going on in the story right now, so I'm just trying to enjoy the game. I don't know what is what right now, so I'm trying to just enjoy the game and see where it goes. But thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit the bell for more notifications, and we're gonna get on out of here. Now there's a little update I want to tell you guys for the channel. You will not see these type of videos anymore. I'm taking a whole new direction with the channel, and it has something to do with Nebula Realms, Atom Universe, everything that's like a pseudo social interaction type of game. And I'm gonna go on there and do something specific that I'll reveal later. But you guys have to just wait for that. But thank you guys so much, and make sure you stay tuned, because I don't know if that's gonna be something I do this week or next week. So, but thank you guys for watching the video so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.